Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and welcome back to another video here on the Pokecentral network. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the brand new features here on the server, which is the Poke Hunt. We're going to be trying our best to complete the hardest version of the hunt, which is the Insane Hunt, which actually requires you to find the species, gender, growth, nature, and minimum IVs of a specific Pokemon. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that, trying to figure out if we can actually do it in a single episode. Probably going to require a lot of editing because I have a feeling this is going to take a very long time to get done. But before we get into all of that, I do want to go ahead and say, if you want to join me here on my server, the IP is Pokecentral.org. There's tons of players online all the time, and all you need to do to join is actually click the links down in the description. There's a Technic mod pack, which is basically like a one-click install, super easy to use. All it requires is a Minecraft account, and if you want to go ahead and install Pixelmon manually through the regular Minecraft launcher, there is actually a link to a tutorial in the description down below as well. And for any extra support, of course, we also have our Discord link down in the description, which has over 12,000 members that are there, and there's always going to be someone ready and willing to help you out if you are running into any problems. Let's just get straight into the rest of the video. So this is kind of going to be a random sort of gambling thing. We're just going to randomly get a species of Pokemon and all of the stats determined completely randomly. Of course, they're selected from a list of Pokemon that are possible, so Pokemon that have both genders is a requirement, for example, since we are actually searching for specific genders. But other than that, pretty much every Pokemon in the game is on that list. As long as it has a male and female version, I believe it is on the list. So let's go ahead and I guess just start things off by seeing what Pokemon we end up getting, what gender, growth, nature, and of course minimum IV percentage. Hopefully we get a low minimum IV percentage, but I'm actually not too worried about that. I'm more so worried about the growth as well as, I guess, the nature. We're going to be trying to do this entire challenge without using any gems whatsoever, because that will just make it way too easy, and actually spending any gems on this kind of voids the prize, because most likely you're going to be spending more on the gems than you're going to be earning through the prizes. So definitely recommend avoiding that at all costs. But let's go ahead, click this button here, and wow. You know what's funny about this? I actually got a Ducklet in the video where I recorded setting this whole thing up and showcasing it for the first time, and it was actually in the thumbnail of my last video. So very odd. Out of, I think, 300 to 400 different possible Pokemon, we ended up getting the same one twice in a row. I have no idea what are the chances of that. However, I do know that 68% IVs is fairly good. The lowest minimum possible is actually 65%, so that's not bad. Small growth, that's fine. All of the growths are going to be pretty similar in obtaining, with the exception of micro and ginormous. Those might be a little bit harder. Gentle nature, fine again. We have that. I believe we have that Ralts, so we should be able to use that to our advantage. And then the female gender, I believe Ducklet is 50-50 for both genders, but that is just a guess. I could be totally off on that. So it should be fairly easy as long as these guys have a decent rarity. And yes, that is a very, very cool shiny Eevee that you keep throwing in front of me. I actually really love Eevee. Okay, so first step, of course, going to be finding a Ducklet. Any Ducklet will do for starting things off, because we can always work towards some of the other requirements like the IVs. Now, the nature is something that we're going to have to either breed for or just catch using the Ralts method. I think the Ralts method is probably our best bet. I'm actually in creative mode. I always forget to change that. Okay, so yeah, let's first go into our PC and let's grab our Ralts. Make sure we do have a gentle Ralts. That is going to be very, very important. Bold, well, quiet, no. I actually don't. Ooh, do we not have one? Ooh, wow. What are the odds? I think this gentle Ralts might actually be one of the two Ralts that we're missing. I guess it gives me a good excuse to go out and find it, but that's actually really surprising. So not only did we get a 1 in 400 Pokemon 2 times in a row with this thing, we also happen to get one of the 2 out of 25 natures that we don't actually have a Ralts for. So that is That is amazing. Okay, great. So we're definitely feeling really lucky in this episode. Let's go ahead and I guess warp on over to a birch forest and try to find ourselves some more Ralts. I guess that's really our best chance to actually getting this Pokemon. We're gonna have to start with a Ralts, get that first, and then work our way over towards the Ducklet, because just trying to get a nature 1 in 25 chance straight with the Ducklet, not really something I want to be doing. And I will say, you can always check your timer here, but we only have 7 hours and 55 minutes to do this. Now, if it takes me longer than that, I mean, I'm just not really too concerned. If it takes more than probably 2 hours, I'm going to be a little bit worried, just because that is a long time to be working on a single video on this one specific little feature. But, you know, I guess... See, I'm trying to think, would it be easier to just ask in chat if anyone has a Ducklet and work from there, or would it be easier to find our own? And I'm thinking probably find our own, but yeah, we got to get those Ralts, and I did check the entire GTS, and there is not a single Ralts that has the correct nature up for sale. I could also ask someone to borrow theirs, but I think I want to get my own, so I am going to wait for it to turn to daytime, and we're going to head on over to the biome where Ralts spawn. We're going to catch one, and we'll probably just go ahead and use gems to modify that in order to get it to the right nature, because otherwise we're looking at a 1 in 25 chance, and that is going to take a very, very long time to actually find the correct Ralts with the correct ability and nature. I guess it's more like a 1 in 50 chance, because I think Ralts has 2 basic abilities, and we need it to be synchronized plus the correct nature, which is 1 in 25. So yeah, like 1 in 50 chance. It'll take a while, so we're probably going to use gems for that, but we're not going to touch the Ducklet with gems at all. And actually, if I'm gonna be doing that, why not just go ahead and try to find the cheapest Ralts here in the GTS, and we'll just modify that one. Save us a little bit of time going out and searching for a Pokemon I don't really feel like searching for. Here we have a Sync Nature Brave Ralt, so that'll do fine. We'll go ahead and take that, and we'll actually go ahead and Poke Designer, and we'll just swap the nature over to what we're looking for, which is actually... I believe gentle. Is that what we're looking for? All right, well, that is going to actually leave us with just a single Ralts missing from our collection. So we'll have to get that at some point. I don't actually even know which one is missing, but we have all but one at this point in time. So I think this one is yellow for the name, so gentle and yellow. So let me go ahead and name you gentle, rename, and we'll go ahead and Poke color to yellow, and that should do the trick. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna put you in slot 1, and we're actually gonna go ahead and grab ourselves, I don't know if we have any quick ball. Yep, okay, we're gonna grab ourselves some quick balls, and now is the time we go hunting for some ducks. It's duck hunting season. Yeah, okay, that was a good joke. Ooh, okay. Surprisingly, we can actually get Ducklets on our island. We can actually get them just straight over here on our cold beach. So this should be Ice Mountain. Oh, did I change the entire biome? Right, okay. So never mind, I take that back. Originally, this was all a cold beach, but when I changed the island over to Ice Mountain. Oh, this little part's cold beach, okay. But I changed the majority of the island over to Ice Mountains for the Delibirds for Christmas, so... we're missing out on quite a bit of the original cold beach. So I think our best bet is probably going to be to find a biome somewhere else. I'm thinking jungle. I haven't actually been to a jungle in a very, very long time, and we could try to find one out in the world, but that's going to take a while. So I think Safari Zone, probably the way to go. Warp Safari Zone. Safari. I know the warps on my server. I set them up. Okay, perfect. Let's fly on over to the jungle, and I'm gonna assume it's probably daytime. Yeah, okay. So we can find one right away. So in case you guys weren't aware, the way the Ralts actually works is because it has this synchronized ability, it has a 50% chance of passing down its nature to any wild Pokemon that you caught while the Ralts is active in battle. Now, I believe you only have to have the Ralts active in battle initially. You can swap out to a different Pokemon afterwards, and it will still take effect. Wow, a Ducklet right off the bat. Imagine this right here. Small growth. I mean, it looks like it could be. if this thing fits all the criteria, I will freak out. Okay, let's jump into battle here. We got our gentle synchronized rolls. Let's throw a quick ball at it, hope it sticks, and hope we can actually catch this thing, but they should be fairly common based off the fact it was like one of the first Pokemon we saw coming into the jungle here. Captured the Ducklet. Your gentle has grown to level 5. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. First thing, I do want to note, it is male. We need a female one, so that's already kind of a downside, but that's all right. We can do some things to try and we can breed and whatnot to fix that issue. Stats. Oh, okay, interesting. So it was close. One size off with Runt. So it goes small, and then Runt is one below, which means if we breed, I believe, this Ducklet with either a small or even one size up, which should be maybe ordinary growth, we have a chance of getting the small growth that we need. And then gentle nature, we do have the nature, so that's good. That is a good step in the right direction. Now, oh, slightly bigger, but I think it might be even too much bigger. Maybe not. It is a couple levels higher. Let's, oh, no, don't throw a Ducklet. Throw the rolls. I almost threw that Ducklet at the Ducklet. All right, let's try this. We might as well. I mean, if it's a female, which it is, okay, good. It's a good step. So if it's a female and it is gentle, and it looks like it's probably at the very most ordinary growth, this might actually be perfect for us. So let me go ahead and check it out. Huge growth. Wow, that is significantly more than I expected. All right. Brave nature, we didn't actually get the nature, so let me try and find maybe a couple more to catch, just so we can kind of have some options to work with. It is an extremely common Pokemon based off this. This guy is going to be probably huge growth as well, maybe even enormous, just based off the level and the size. But that's all right. We're just trying to catch as many as possible because we do need to actually work with the IVs a little bit. I'm guessing most of these are probably going to be below 68%. But we did just catch 250 Pokemon. Pretty cool. Okay. Any other Ducklets around? Okay, we actually got a pretty good one. You know what? I can't complain too much. There's a lot of Pokemon that are way rarer than this one. I've already caught 4, and I haven't even had to do much work at all. And this one's ordinary growth. That is amazing. Okay, and it is, please be female. Female, where does it say? Oh, female. Freaking out here, guys. We might actually do this in, let's see, Poke Hunt. Come on. Oh, we're 13 minutes in. Okay. This could be too good to be true, but what I'm thinking is we breed this male, which is a Runt, one size smaller than what we're looking for, and we breed it with this ordinary right here, this ordinary growth Ducklet. And then we should have a 50% chance, I think, to get a small growth, which is what we're looking for. We put an Everstone on this Ducklet. Where is it? Runt, this one with the gentle nature. So that's guaranteed nature. So that should be size and nature down. And then what else? We have the female gender. That should be 50-50 odds. So that's fine. And then we have, of course, the IVs. So if we're looking at their IVs, IVs 3, 46%, and IVs 6, that is going to be 80%. Wow. Oh my God, Ducklet. You're amazing. All we are missing on this Ducklet is actually the nature. If I could just use the Poke Designer to spawn that nature, not worth it. But that is pretty crazy. I guess technically we're one growth off. I forgot. Yeah, we're also one growth off. So we're not that close with this Ducklet. But we breed the 2. I'm thinking we're going to have a pretty good time. So let's go ahead and daycare. And let's take some things out of this daycare because it is full of random Pokemon that we are never going to actually need. This Ditto might come in handy at some point, but not right now. Let's clear that out. Let's actually clear out everything. Ooh, what is that all about? Oh, there's no egg there. 1 second. There we go. All right, that was a weird bug where somehow I took a Pokemon out without taking the egg out first. And then Lucario's, okay, we'll take you 2 out as well, just to clear things out, make some space. And what we're actually going to do is grab an Everstone off of one of these Pokemon that we just took out. I assume one of them have it, and these 2 ducklets, I believe we'll just leave them there for now, just in case. All right, we got the Everstone. We put this on this guy here with the gentle nature. Now, we do have some pretty good IVs on this ducklet. 80% isn't too bad, so I think I'm going to throw the Destiny Knot on there, just hoping that maybe we'll end up with something above 68%. And if we can get this on our first egg, that's got to be like a record for how fast one of these insane hunts has been completed. Now, we don't have any stats on that, so I don't actually know, but I'm assuming most people take a little bit longer than 20 minutes to find their Pokemon, especially if they're doing it without any help and without actually having the Pokemon beforehand. But let's go ahead and daycare. Throw these 2 in, and I'm hoping that I'm not missing something and that I'm actually as close as I think I am. This egg might be the egg that we actually need just right off the bat. It is very, very possible that it could be. And somehow I accidentally didn't put the Everstone on that ducklet. I don't actually know what happened there, but that's all right. We got it fixed, and there we go. All right. Now we wait. We just wait for that egg, and we pray that that egg... I mean, we're really flipping the coin on a couple of different things. Right now, the only real things we need to worry about is, number 1, the gender. That is a 50-50 chance. Nothing we can really control there. As far as I'm aware, I don't think you can give any held items to determine gender. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain there isn't any. And then we actually need to kind of flip a coin on the IVs. Could go either way, but I'm thinking that we're probably going to have somewhere around a 70% Pokemon minimum. Could be wrong. I don't really know for sure. And then the final thing that we're actually flipping a coin on is the growth. I believe it'll have a 25% to be the smallest growth, which would be runt, a 25% to be ordinary, and a 50% chance to be small, since those 2 growths are actually only 1 apart with small in the middle. Again, I could be wrong on those numbers, but I'm pretty sure. So that's 50-50. So three things could go wrong, or they could go very, very right, but either way, we are going to have to wait a little while to get that egg. Well, since it's raining outside, we're going to try our best to stay inside for the rest of this video. I really do hate the rain, but of course, there's one single Pokemon that needs it for evolution, and then there's Kyogre that needs it to actually spawn in, so we have to have it enabled on the server. With that being said, we did get our first egg, which is actually right here. The one in our inventory is from either our Lucarios or something else. This egg right here could be the ducklet that we're looking for our challenge. Let's just go ahead, grab this egg, and first thing I do want to go ahead and do is check the IVs. IVs number 3. Turn on my chat. 47%. Okay, so we already know that it's not going to be the egg for the Pokehunt turn-in. However, it could be an improvement to one of the ducklets that we already have breeding. Specifically the male, it could be the correct... Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it really can't be an improvement because the female is already 80% IVs, which is way better, and we already have the nature covered. But we can go ahead and hatch it anyways. And then even if the growth is correct, it's still going to be a 50-50 chance because we don't have both our ducklets with the same growth. But either way, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so it is female. It is small, so that does prove that theory that there is a pretty good chance that it will become small growth when breeding these 2 ducklets. It's the correct nature. So really, the only thing this ducklet's missing is the IVs, which makes me think: could we breed this with our Ditto on the side? My only concern is Ditto's growth. So if we check our PC, Ditto is actually going to be ordinary growth. Okay, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. So let me go ahead and grab myself another Everstone, and we'll breed this ducklet with our Ditto. Yeah, so our Everstone should be on Ghastly. Put that on ducklet. We'll breed these 2. Who knows what will happen? I don't actually know, but this Ditto is 100% IV, so there is a very good chance that it'll produce a much higher IV ducklet for us, and we can have 2 pins running at the same time, just, you know, double the odds, because this ducklet is fairly close to being the ducklet that we need. But there we go. Okay. Let's just go back to waiting then. We'll wait on both eggs, and hopefully that'll work. At this point in time, we are currently sitting at, let's see, about 27 minutes into the hunt. So not too bad. You know, we give 8 hours, so we're expecting it to take a fairly long time. But 27 minutes, you know, that's not so bad for this hunt. I'm hoping that we can get it done in under an hour, and I'm pretty confident that we can, based on the progress we've already made. We're doing pretty good. Okay, guys, so it's actually not been too long, and we have both of our eggs available, so we can go ahead and check them out. Now, I am going to have to hatch at least one of these with the egg hatcher, but that's fine. We can warp on over to the actual daycare building and use that. But I guess first things first, IVs 2 and IVs 3, see if either of these actually fit, and neither of them do. All right, well, we'll hatch them anyways. Might as well hatch number 2. Oh, I think we're going to have to hatch both. Hasn't even been 5 minutes since the previous egg. So we'll go ahead and hatch both of those, and they are both female, so they meet that requirement. They are, neither of them are actually the right size, so that's unfortunate. But they are both gentle in nature, of course, because that's guaranteed. So, yeah, neither of these are going to work out. We'll have to wait for some more eggs. I could actually go ahead and throw these two into the daycare together, which I guess we might as well do. Because, nah, I'm not going to bother. You know, I was thinking about it, but no. Because these IVs are so bad, it's probably not going to end up at 60, what do we need, 63%? Or higher, so we'll just throw them in the PC for now and maybe use them later, but I don't think we'll need to. I think that Ditto and that Ducklet are going to give us the egg that we need. I'm hoping anyways. Hopefully it'll happen very soon. All right, guys, we got ourselves 2 more eggs already available almost immediately after the last one, so let's go ahead and grab both of these, and let's see, do either of them meet the IV requirements that we're actually looking for? And actually, both of them do. Okay, so this could be it. Either of these eggs, if they are female in gender, I guess that's the first thing we're going to see, hatch number 2. Okay, well, not that one. Warp daycare. Let's hatch the other egg. Confirm. Oh, are you kidding me? No! The second we get the IVs, both of them are male. And actually, neither of them are the right size anyways, which is unfortunate, but, you know, okay. I see how you're going to play me, game. I see what you're going to do. You're going to get my hopes up with those IVs, and then you're going to just destroy all my dreams. Well, we're going to keep these ducklets just in case we need them, but I don't know. I feel like it's possible. I feel like it is very, very possible for us to actually generate the right ducklet with these setups. Okay, guys, we got our next set of eggs. Hopefully these ones are a little bit better than the last ones, and hopefully they're both female, because that was our main problem with the last set. Okay, so I guess hatch 2, male. Already throwing it in the trash. Okay, we got one more chance here. Please, come on, 50-50 chance. I can't have 4 male Pokemon in a row. Female. Okay, good sign. That means there is hope. There is hope in the galaxy. Okay. Come on. Give me what I'm looking for. So this male is actually gentle and ordinary growth, not the right growth anyways. We're looking for small growth. We're going to see here in about a second if we get this Pokemon. Like, it could be it. It's not it. Okay, I mean, the IVs we're looking at here is too low anyways for both of them. So I guess that's not a big deal. I guess trash both of these two. I'm going to keep them in the PC just for the rest of this video in case we end up needing them for whatever reason. I don't want to throw away a Pokemon and then find out later that I actually could have used it. Now, of course, all of these Pokemon we could be putting into the daycare and probably improving our odds slightly depending on the Pokemon. But I don't really want to make too many changes because I'm still fairly confident that we can get the right egg out of these 2 sets. Okay, so we got ourselves another new egg. This time around, we actually only have 1 egg instead of the 2 that we were previously getting. For some reason, the Ditto and Ducklet decided to take a much longer time breeding. But that's all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at these IVs, which is going to be 72%. Okay. So that's one thing down. That is definitely high enough. Let's go ahead and hatch it. Hatch number 2. Can't use it for 40 seconds. All right, well, we're paying for this egg as well. So let's go ahead and hatch it this way. It's male. Okay, that's very unfortunate. Now, I will say, if we go ahead and check our ender chest, I believe we do technically have a female token, and I'm willing to use that if necessary, if this ducklet meets all of the other criteria. So let's see, and it is gentle nature, unfortunately not the correct growth, so that's not going to work out. Okay. Since that first small ducklet, we've actually seen very, very few, which is unfortunate, but oh well. I guess let's go back to waiting for some more eggs. This is actually taking a pretty long time. I was expecting it to go by pretty quick, but we're coming up on an hour now. So definitely a lot longer than I expected. I feel like we're just getting kind of unlucky with the eggs, the coin flip that is these eggs generating their stats. Just a little bit unlucky. We're not really seeing too many females, and we're not actually getting the growth that we need. Well, here we go with 2 more eggs. Let's just go ahead and grab them both really quick here. We'll check the IVs first, of course. So IVs 2 and IVs 3. One is high enough, one is not. Okay, so hatch number 2. That is going to be a female, so I believe that is actually the one with the high enough IVs is female. That's 2 things down, a couple more to go. Oh, so close. So close. One stat that just needed to flip to small is runt. Ah, that is so unfortunate. Okay. I guess might as well hatch this egg. It's going to be male, and it is actually going to be runt and gentle. So, not so great. But this ducklet, oh, man. I bet so many people doing these insane hunts, they get, like, just all of the stats perfect except for that growth. And that might actually be the most challenging thing to get right, because I don't think there's really any way to guarantee it. I think even if both of your Pokemon have the same growth, there's still a small chance of it being one growth higher or one growth lower. I think it's kind of just a complete randomization there. So really difficult to do, but we were close. I guess that means it is possible. And really all we need to do now is just get a little bit of luck on our side. Okay, here we go, guys. Now, these are actually, I believe, our 10th. Well, there's only 1 egg. I thought there were 2, but there's only 1. This is, I believe, our 10th egg that we're actually going to be opening up. I may have skipped a few in the video just because it gets a little bit repetitive, but here we go. Let's see. Is this going to be the egg that we have been waiting for? Okay, well, that's a little bit awkward, but we can still use this guy here. We have spent so much money on this, it's not even worth it. But you can definitely hatch these eggs for free if you just have a little bit of patience, unlike me. Okay, confirm that, and it is not the egg we were waiting for. It is not the egg that I saw in my dreams last night while I was asleep. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Small growth, gentle nature, and watch this. Watch the IVs be 84. Are you kidding me? Okay, guys, so okay, I feel bad doing this, but at the same time, 10 eggs were, let's see. I wanted to be under an hour. We're up to an hour and 7 minutes now. The only problem with this ducklet is the gender, and we do have some nature tokens that are just wasting away in our inner chest, begging to be used. And I feel like now is the time. So I want to go ahead and clarify that there is a 50-50 chance of that ducklet that we just hatched have being female. So it was really just a coin flip on what gender it popped out, and it could have been the ducklet that we were looking for the whole time. Unfortunately, didn't quite meet the requirements, but because it's just the gender and we have that nature token, or not nature token, we have that gender token sitting there, I'm going to go ahead and just swap the gender. I could just wait for some more eggs, and I'm sure we'd get it eventually somewhere down the line, maybe on our 15th, 20th egg. And I definitely would get it within the time frame, which is 7 more hours. But why wait when we can just go ahead and toss this female token right onto it, get our prize straight away. And I will say, once we use this token, the prize is pretty much worthless unless we get a legendary or something really, really good, because these tokens sell for probably around 200k, and we spent a bunch of money on hatching the egg. But I think it's worth it. Wait, what? Why has no one told me that gender tokens don't work? Wait, what? Okay, so the token actually did work. I just had to go ahead and relog on the server, but that does mean that this ducklet should meet the criteria required by the Poke Hunt. So let's go ahead and deliver the Pokemon, and you can see here, this Pokemon does meet the requirements. We finally got it. I could have gone on and tried my best to get the egg without using any sort of modifications, but I feel like just modifying the gender, which we know is a 50% chance, is fine. It's not something that I modified because we weren't able to get it. I just modified it because I was a little bit lazy and didn't want to wait on a few more eggs. So let's go ahead and confirm that right there. Confirm delivery. And wow, we got the worst possible item that we could get. Now, I will say this is 20 calcium. I believe they sell for like 1,000 coins each or something. So around 20k value. I guess that's all right. But I will tell you, based on the configuration files for this plugin, this is the worst reward. So considering this is the bottom of the bottom, and of course you always have to have some rewards that are bad to balance out those good ones, that's not so bad. You can get legendaries, you can get Arceus plates, you can get all kinds of really cool stuff from these insane hunts, and this is just not one of those things. Unfortunately, might come in useful at some point, but we also get the option for 40 gems, which is actually fairly good considering you can do these hunts every 8 hours, so that's not bad. And 73,000 coins. I will say, if you don't use any sort of tokens or gems on completing your hunt, definitely worth it. 73,000 coins is quite a bit. So for an hour's worth of work, that might be worthwhile. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like you probably could make a little bit more using some other methods, but you can get some pretty good money here. So I think out of all three of these options, I'm going to go with the money. We'll make back a little bit of what we spent on all of those eggs, and then some. Of course, we did use that token, so I don't know how worth it was, but I will say still pretty cool. And I am going to go ahead and actually claim my bonus hunt. So, of course, we have kit bonus hunt. This is something that I'm actually going to be removing from the server tomorrow. So if you're watching this video right when I uploaded it, you'll be able to go ahead and take advantage of that. Get yourself a free bonus hunt, which basically allows you to complete a second hunt right off the bat, even though your hunt is technically on cooldown. So as you can see there, we have one bonus hunt available, even though we have a 7-hour cooldown until our next free hunt. Now, where it does say current cost 50,000 gems, that is actually just to disable the feature. In the future, it's going to cost anywhere from 25 to 100 gems. We haven't decided on the price, but for now, it's set to 50,000 just so nobody buys it, because we are still testing out this plugin, and we don't want it to be abused, and we don't want people to be able to take advantage of spamming a bunch of hunts if there is some sort of glitch in the system that allows people to get a bunch of gems or money or anything like that. So we're trying to keep security up. We're trying to keep things safe and balanced, and that is why we have that set to that right now. It's not actually going to cost you 50,000 gems, which would be equal to like thousands of dollars. It's not going to cost you that. So I don't know. I feel like I really like this feature. I think it's a really cool addition to the server. Of course, it's kind of a small thing and not something that you're going to be spending hundreds and hundreds of hours on, but occasionally doing one of these hunts could be fun. And of course, since you get them free every 8 hours, it's definitely worth at least checking out and at least confirming your hunt. I mean, you might as well go ahead, do /Poke Hunt, select a tier, and see what Pokemon pops up, because it might be something that who knows, maybe you'll already have the Pokemon, maybe it'll take you 2 minutes to figure it out, and it's free, so you might as well. And it resets itself every 8 hours, so it's not really a big deal either way. But if you guys did enjoy this video, if you guys did enjoy the new Poke Hunt feature, make sure to go and leave a like on this video, and let me know if you did take part in the Insane Hunt, or if you have done multiple of them. What is the fastest time that you've been able to manage to complete one of those? Because I feel like I did a fairly good job at around an hour and 10 minutes, but I think you could do it a lot faster if you get a little bit luckier than me. Although I will say we did get pretty lucky with that first ducklet catch. But with all that aside, I am going to go ahead and end the video here. So, of course, like always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am going to try my best to upload a little bit more frequently, and I have some cool stuff planned for the future on the server as well as on the channel. I want to do some different things, kind of break out and explore some different avenues rather than just Pixelmon survival. I do want to stick to Pixelmon, but I think we could do some other cool things. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to share too many details yet because there's nothing really set in stone. With that being said, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.